Hello everybody and welcome back to the Lux Core Pilates YouTube page. My name is Kaylin and today we're doing a full 45-minute full body Pilates at home workout. You don't need any equipment. Of course, if you want to turn this workout up a notch, you're welcome to add ankle weights. You're also welcome to add a band and I'll kind of cue those in where you can add them. However, if you don't have anything, no worries at all. If you're just getting started and want to get a really good burn in and start to work your strength, this workout is going to be perfect. So come on over onto your mat. We're actually going to start on our backs today. Bring your knees into the chest. Just close your eyes here and take a few breaths in and out. So really thinking about your intention, what made you want to show up today, and what's going to kind of get you through this workout when things get more challenging. I feel like this may be one of your first at-home workouts. You may be new to Pilates and doing it at home, and it's like finding how you're gonna get that same motivation when you go in person into a studio. Of course, I'm here to motivate you, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of inner strength to get yourself to do the workout to your full capability at home. So you should be proud of yourself for just showing up, but let's not just show up, let's actually work really hard to see those changes and be uncomfortable and really push ourselves. You're the only one holding yourself accountable this morning, so what can you do to make things a little bit harder and a little bit more challenging for yourself? Good. From here, extend the left leg out long, and then you're just gonna cross the right knee over the body. Both arms are gonna reach to the left side of the room, and then you're just gonna take your top right arm and reach it towards the other side of the room to get a nice big stretch here. Breathing into this, letting this knee sink deeply into the floor as the right arm sinks deep into the ground. Good. Breathing into this, using our breath and coming back to that. It's what allows us to work hard and stay in the movement, and also when we're stretching, it allows us to sink deeper and just really reconnect us. Good. Let's bring everything back up and then just switch the legs. So the right leg extends long, the left knee comes into the chest. Go ahead and cross the left knee over the body this time. Those arms reach to the right, and then the left arm reaches up and over, reaching for the left. This gives you a nice big spinal rotation. It's a big chest opener on this left side. Sinking into this. I am extra tight this morning, so taking some extra time if you need to pause the video and warm yourself up properly if necessary. Good. Let's bring everything back to center. Let's bring the knees into the chest, and let's actually go ahead and extend that left leg out long again. We're gonna reach this time the right leg up high to the ceiling. So getting a big stretch in the posterior chain of that right leg. You should feel it a lot in your hamstring. You probably start to feel what almost feels like your knee, but it's actually still your hamstring right here, your calf. People tend to get really tight back here, so we'll take a second to just stretch this out to warm our bodies up. From here, I want you to start to bend that leg down, bending at the knee and extending it right back up. Good. Lowering down and extending it up. You can walk your hands up as high as you can. Maybe you can walk all the way towards the ankle as you bend down and lift up. Give me two more. And last one. Good. And then go ahead and just switch those legs. So you bring the left knee into the chest this time, and then extend that left leg up high to the ceiling. This side is definitely my tighter side. We all have one side that's tighter than the other. That's totally normal. But the goal is to just stretch them more to try and make them as even as possible. And every day it's gonna look a little bit different. Some days you're gonna feel way more flexible than others, and that's perfectly normal. Good. Start bending that left leg now and extending it back up. Good. So we're just bending it down and reaching it back up. Really trying to use this bend as a way to let us, when we go to extend that left leg, to get an even further stretch back towards your face and chest. Good. Give me two more. And last one. Amazing. Let's go ahead and bring those knees into the chest. We're gonna start to jump into a little bit of work here. So we're gonna get our center fired up super quickly. Maybe it's not even morning for you, maybe it's the afternoon, maybe it's the evening, but wherever you're at, we're gonna get into this work here. So from here, you're gonna lift your head and shoulders all the way up off the mat. Your arms are gonna extend long by your side. Your legs are gonna reach out to a 45-degree angle, and you're gonna start pumping your arms up and down for inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, keep going. Can you lift the head and shoulders up higher? Really squeezing the legs, gluing those heels together. You wanna zip everything up like it's shooting for the wall in front of you. Good, keep going, keep breathing through this. This is gonna bring a lot of fire into that core super quickly. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you can. Keep breathing. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, pause. Bend those knees into the chest. Lower the head and shoulders all the way down. Amazing. From here, let's bring those legs into a tabletop position. So you want your knees stacked over your hips. There's a nice 90-degree angle here. Now from here, I want you to place your hands behind your head. You're just gonna start with giving me basic crunches up and down. So we're not doing anything with the legs. We're just lifting that upper body up and down. Continuing into this core and making sure it's nice and warm this morning. I keep saying this morning because it's morning for me, but I realize it truly could be any time for you, and that is the beauty of an at-home workout. You can fit it in whenever you need to. There's really no excuses. Good, breathing through this. Making sure those shoulders are rolled down your back even as you lift up and lower down. This is a great time if you want to add ankle weights onto your ankles to really amplify this. Give me last 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Good, lower down. Now from here, I want you to tap your toes together so that your knees open up into kind of like a frog position. You're gonna extend your arms up high to the ceiling, and now you're just gonna do that same basic crunch, this time reaching your arms through your legs and lowering back down. Good, so you're reaching through and coming back down, making the goal to see how high can you reach yourself up, how far can you reach those fingertips towards the wall in front of you before you lower back down. Good, keep going here. Nothing too crazy yet. You have last 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Lift those arms up to the ceiling. Good, keep your arms high to the ceiling. Turn your feet over so now your legs are just parallel with one another like how we started. And we're gonna do some dead bugs. So from here, your right arm is gonna extend out long to the wall behind you as your left leg extends out long to a hover. And then you're just gonna bring everything back up to the start position and then switch the arms and the legs. So the left arm reaches out as the right leg lowers down, and then you pull everything back in. Good, extending everything out long, pulling everything in. Breathing through this, keeping a nice neutral spine here, curling that tailbone under. You can do it. So you're gonna start to feel those little shakes come in here soon. You have 2 more on each side. Really moving with control. We're not trying to fly and speed through this. Good, meet everything at the top. Now from here, if today you're like, I don't want to amplify it, you can leave your arms down, you can leave your chest down on the mat. But I encourage everybody to pick their head and shoulders up off the mat, bring your hands behind your head. I want everyone to start here, and you can always meet me back down in this modified position if it gets too challenging. From here, your head and shoulders lift up. Now your right leg extends up high to the ceiling. You're gonna flex the foot to lower it down and then point to bring it back up. So we're moving into just some single leg work, really isolating one side of the body. Keeping this left knee in that 90-degree angle. Avoid bringing it back towards your chest. That's gonna make it way easier for you. If you wanna make it harder, you have so many options. You put those ankle weights on, you extend this left leg out further in front of you, making that lower core work even more. You have last 3. Last 2, can you lift those head and shoulders up higher? And last 1, meet me at the bottom, point the toes, and then just bend the knee to meet the left. Good, extending that right leg out long, and then bending it back in. Good, extending out, bending in. When we bend in, we're not bending it into the chest to relax, you're staying in that work. So you should still feel those shakes, even as that leg reaches in and out. So strong here. I know it's gonna start to fire up super quickly. You have last 5, 4, last 3, don't give up on me, I can see you. And last 1. Reach that leg out long, hold here in this position. And I want you to give me little circles with that right leg, circling out, down, and around. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, reverse the circle. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, lower your head and shoulders down. The hands are gonna reach up high to the ceiling. Now from here, you're gonna reach your hands out on a diagonal towards that right side, and then you're gonna lower back down. Good, reaching up, lowering down. Those legs are staying super still with the right leg at that hover and the left leg at that 90-degree angle. Breathing through this. You have last 5, 4, you're almost there, don't give up. 3, 2, pull that waist in, curl that tailbone down. And last 1, hold here and you finish with pulses. Pulsing up for 10, 9, 8. Reach those arms long for the wall in front of you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower everything down. Bend those knees into the chest to take a quick little break before we go and do everything on the other side. Whew, yeah, you feel that fire immediately. I feel it too, my core is already working hard. Let's bring those legs back to the tabletop position. Let's place those hands back behind our head, lifting our head and shoulders up. Now from here, our left leg extends up high. It flexes to lower and points to come back up to the top. Good, lowering and lifting. You guys are stronger than you know. You can push through it. This is all you have to do today, is just this one workout. It's not even an hour of your whole day. So give me everything you got here. Lowering with control and lifting with control. We want to minimize as much momentum as possible, so that way we're really forcing the core to do all the work here. Breathing through this. You have 2 more. And last 1. Meet me at the top, lower back down, and now just bend that left knee in to meet the right one and extend it back out long. Good. Extending out, bending it in. Ooh, it's getting sweaty in here. I can tell that I'm heating the room up. That's kind of cool though. I'm working so hard, I'm raising the whole temperature in the room. You should be so proud of yourself already. Let's push through this. You guys know what's coming on this side. You have 2 more. And last 1, hold here. Give me those circles with that left leg, circling out, down, and around. For 3, 2, and 1, reverse. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, hold. That head lowers down, the arms extend up high to the ceiling. You reach those arms on that left diagonal and lower back down. Good, reaching up, lowering down. Whew. Yes, you can. You're so strong. You're almost done here. You have last 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Hold here and give me those pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7. Yes, you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring everything down to the mat. Bringing those knees into the chest. That definitely fired up the core quickly, but we are not quite done with our core yet. I know. Whew. You might need to adjust yourself on the mat a little bit if you slid back at all. If not, all good as well. All right, from here, you have those knees in the chest, and I want you to place both of your hands onto your right shin. So your right hand's gonna come right underneath your right knee, and your left hand's gonna come right on that right ankle. Now from here, you're gonna lift your head and shoulders up off of the mat again, and then you're gonna extend your left leg out long in front of you. And then you're switching the hands and the legs. Good, switching. Continuing with this motion, switching the hands and switching the feet. Breathing through this. If this ever becomes too much, on your neck. You can place your hands behind your head and just continue with this motion. Keep going, you guys got this. I'm telling you now, it's gonna get challenging. So now that you know that, prepare yourself mentally. How are you gonna show up? Are you gonna give up, or are you gonna force yourself and push yourself through this uncomfortable part of the workout? You have 2 more on each side. This is your last one. Keep those head and shoulders lifted, bend both knees into the chest. Now from here, you're gonna extend your legs out on a high diagonal as your arms reach out on a high diagonal. So everything's gonna reach out. You're gonna circle the arms around to pull the knees back into the chest. Good, extend everything out. Sweep everything back in. You can do it. Yes, you can. If you have those ankle weights on, that is so killer. You are so strong. I am sweating. That's normal. Embrace it. You have last 2. And last 1. Good, bring those knees into the chest. From here, keeping those head and shoulders lifted, you can bring your hands behind your head. You're gonna extend the legs up high to the ceiling. And now from here, you're gonna lower your left leg down. The right leg stays lifted, and then you're just switching the legs. Good, so you're switching and switching, moving with control. There's also an option to grab up on towards that ankle, and then just switch the legs and the hands. Take whatever feels good for you right now. Maybe even not what feels good. Take whatever feels like a challenge for you. I want you to take the one that feels challenging. You got this. Again, moving with control. We're not flying through this with momentum. You have 2 more on each side. This is your last one. Good, meet those legs at the top. You're gonna bring those hands back behind your head if they are already. The head and chest is staying lifted. From here, you're going to lower those legs down towards the mat and lift them back up. If you need to modify this, just lower your range of motion, make it shorter, and then lift up. Even if you're only going that far, that is still work and you're still staying in it. You can also lower these head and shoulders all the way down as you lift. You can place your hands underneath your glutes if you need some more of a modification. Good, but let's all try and take that amplification. However, if your form is going out the window, if your back is arching up like crazy, come into one of those modified positions. Whew. You have 2 more here. Last one, hold at the bottom. Then when you start to scissor kick your feet all the way up. I know, you guys are almost done lowering and scissor kicking on the way up. Breathing through this. This is an absolute killer series. You guys are doing such a good job. Give me 3 more. Yes, 3. Scissoring kicking with control. This is last 2. Now give me last 1. My legs are shaking. Let it shake, let it burn. Bend the knees into the chest. This is the last thing we have in this series. Those head and shoulders are staying lifted. Now you're going to twist your body, reaching your right elbow for that left knee as the right leg extends out long. Everything comes center, and then you switch the arm and the leg. Good. Keep going here with this rotation. Whew. So strong. Can everyone start to speed it up to finish this out? If you're still unsure about the movement, take it slow. Breathing through this. We have 8 more on each side. Yes, you can. This is already 6. This is 4, you're halfway there. This is 2. And last one, bend those knees into the chest. You can lower the head and shoulders down onto the mat. That was a good core burner. We are done with our core for the time being. And we're gonna move into a little bit more booty work. So this is where you can keep those ankle weights on if you have them. If you also wanna turn this up and you don't have ankle weights, you can also go ahead and grab a band and you can just place the band right above your knees. But for a lot of people's sake, I think they don't have equipment. So I'm gonna show you guys just without equipment. You definitely do not need it. That may be why you pressed on this video. It's just giving those options so you know the more that you do these workouts at home, there are tons of ways to amplify what you're doing and continue to make it harder. So we're gonna move into a little glute bridge series. Your feet are planted right underneath you. Your arms are long by your side. And now you're just gonna articulate the spine to lift the hips up. And then articulate the spine to lower the hips back down. Moving with control here. You want to think about really lifting from the glutes. When you get to the top, really find that top range of motion here before you lower all the way back down. Because it's in this top squeeze when you're lifting those hips up that you get the most work. Good, if you feel comfortable with this, you can go ahead and lift the arms up high to the ceiling just to bring in a little bit more work and make your heart work a little bit more and get a little bit more cardio. Whew, breathing through this. I know this is gonna be challenging for me because I did legs yesterday and I'm super sore, but we're gonna push through it together. You have last 3, last 2, and last one, holding at the top. Find that lift in the hips so that you're at that highest point possible. A lot of us don't realize that we can go higher, so I want everyone to lift their hips even higher. You should feel your glutes squeezing. I want everyone to squeeze their glutes as you lift your hips. I want you to think there's a string from your pelvis pulling you up towards the ceiling that's lifting you higher and higher and higher. Holding here. If you held here long enough, you should almost start to shake because you're activating those glutes so much. Good, from here you're gonna open the knees up just slightly and close them back together. Good, you're opening those knees and closing them back in. Opening and closing. The AC is kicking on. That means I have turned this room up a lot in temperature and degree. Breathing through this. Oh, that AC feels so good. You have last 4. Keeping those hips lifted as you open those knees out. 2, and last 1. Good, meet those legs in the center. Now from here, I want you to come up onto your toes so the heels are lifted up off of the mat. Now from here, again, you're gonna lower the hips down and then lift them back up. So same way that we started earlier. Now as you lower the hips down, I want you to lower the arms behind your head and then lift everything back up. Good, lowering down, lifting everything up high to the ceiling. You guys are so strong. Breathing through this. Really, again, squeezing those glutes at the top. I'm gonna remind you 100 times because it's so important to make this as effective as possible. We're not working with a lot of weight, so we have to be really intentional about what muscles we're moving from. You have last 3, last 2, and last 1. Meet me at the top with those heels lifted as high as possible and those hips lifted as high as possible. Squeezing those glutes together. The arms are reaching up high towards the ceiling. Now from here, you're just gonna open those knees again and close them back in. Good, you're opening just about 2 inches. This range of motion isn't super big. Breathing through this, squeezing those glutes. Yes, you can. You have last 8, 7, everyone lift those hips up higher. Everybody, up, up, up. Yes, yes, there you are. You have last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower those heels down. Bring those arms back down onto the mat. We're gonna move into some single leg work. So you're gonna heel toe the left foot in. The right leg is gonna extend up high to the ceiling. From here, you're just gonna lower the hips down and lift them back up. So once again, just tapping the glutes down at the bottom. You're not sitting and hanging out here because you're gonna lose all of the tension in those glutes. You're just tapping and lifting. Breathing through this, really pressing those arms into the mat. If you wanna make this even more challenging, you could also keep your arms extended up high to the ceiling. That's a little bit more of a balance challenge. You have last 3, 2, and last 1. Keep the hips lifted up as high as possible. And now pulse from here. Yes, you're pulsing and pulsing and pulsing. Keep going. You have last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift those hips up as high as you can to the ceiling. And now lower that leg down to meet the left and lift it back up. So you're lowering down so the right leg is parallel with the left and then extending it back up high to the ceiling. Good, lowering down, lifting back up. You guys are so strong here. You are almost done with this side. Yes, you can. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Lift those hips up higher. Don't let them drop. I know you all want to drop those hips down. You have to lift them up. For 3, 2, And last one, hold the leg out long, and now bend it in towards the chest and extend it back out. Good, so you're bending the right knee in, you're extending it out long. Good, breathing through here. You have last 8, 7, 6, lift those hips up, 5, 4, lift them up higher, for 3, 2, and last one, extend that leg out long and just give me little circles to finish here. I know, circling, lifting those hips and circling at the same time for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that leg up high to the ceiling and articulate the spine to lower those hips down. Wow, I felt that nice and good in my left glute. So from here, I want you to go ahead and just bring this left knee in towards the chest. Ooh, my leg is super tight. We're gonna stretch it out a little bit here. Take little circles with that left leg, circling it in towards the chest and back around. Go ahead and reverse that circle. Breathing into this. You guys absolutely killed that, but of course we have to do it on the other side. I know. Open that left leg out wide just to get a little bit of a hip opener here. Pulling that knee towards your left side of your chest. Amazing. Let's go ahead and plant those feet back down onto the mat. The arms are long by our side. Pressing your hips up high to the ceiling into that full glute bridge. Walk that right foot in a little bit, and then now we're extending that left leg up high. And again, lowering our body down, lifting ourselves up. So we're just tapping the hips down and lifting them back up. Good tapping and lifting, tapping and lifting. You guys know what's coming. I always say this, sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse, right? Breathing through this regardless, we have to do this work. So how can you show up even better on this side? You have last 3, 2, and last one. Hold at the top, and now give me those pulses for 10, 9, 8. Everybody lift your hips up as high as possible and pulse from there. Yes, we're pulsing at our highest point for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that leg extended. Now you're just lowering that left leg down to meet the right and lifting it back up. So the hips are staying lifted the entire time as that leg moves. Breathing through this. Yes, you can. Extending long through the backs of that left knee, keeping that leg as straight as possible. You have last 4, 3, last 2, and last one. Keep that leg out straight, and now you're just bending this leg in and extending it back out. Bending the left knee in towards the chest and extending it out. Everybody lift those hips. I'm gonna remind you 100 times because it's so easy for them to start to drop as we get fatigued. You have last 4, 3, last 2, and last one. Hold that leg out, and now give me little circles here. Keep those hips lifted as high as possible. For 3, 2, and 1. Reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that leg up and lower that leg down. Before we move into that stretch on that other side, we want to take a full range of motion here. So we're lowering those hips down and we're lifting them back up. Good, finishing where we started. Lifting up, lowering down. This is definitely burning. That right glute probably feels a little bit more activated or a lot more than the other side. That's normal. Breathe through this. You have last 3, last 2, and last one. Reach those hips up high, extend your arms back up high to the ceiling, holding here, finding that highest point of tension. How high can you lift those hips up? And now once again, I want you to open those knees out and close them back together. As the knees open, the arms reach out to the side, and then they extend back up high. Good, reaching out, extending back up. So strong here. This is where we finish, or at least for this part of the sequence. Keep going, not too many more. You have last 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Meet everything at the top. Really lift those hips up as high as you can, and now pulse them towards the ceiling to finish. Pulsing up as high and high and high for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Articulate this spine to bring everything down. Good, go ahead and extend that left leg out long. Bring the right knee this time in towards the chest. And give me those circles, circling the leg out, down, and around. That burnt so good. Now reverse the circle. Bringing it down through center first, then opening it out wide. Last two. And last one. Now just open that right leg up towards the right side of the room, just to get that nice hip opener, almost like you're reaching that right knee towards the chest. Amazing. All right, from here, let's bring both knees into the chest and just take 2 big circles to the right, and then 2 big circles to the left. Now from here, you guys are gonna turn over towards the left side of your body. We're almost done with our leg work here. And you're just gonna press yourself up so that your hand is pressing into the mat. And then you're gonna come up onto your left knee. Your right leg is gonna extend out long. The right arm is gonna reach overhead. And this again is where you can have a band between your thighs here if you want to amplify it, or even a dumbbell in the hand that's above your head, or ankle weights on your ankle. So many ways once again to turn this up. But from here, the majority of us, we're just gonna lift the arm up as the leg reaches up and lowering back down. Good, reaching up, lowering down. We are not here for super long. This is just moving us into another little full body sequence. Reaching up and down. Good, you have last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, and now give me pulses at the top for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold out. Now I want you to bend the knee in, touching the elbow to meet the right knee. Extend everything out. We're bending in, extending out. Yes, you can. Bending in and out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Extend everything out. Good, from here, I want you to come into a side plank. So your left leg is just gonna come behind the right arm is gonna reach up high to the ceiling. Now from here, I want you to lower, pressing yourself back, touching this left glute towards the mat and extending it back out long into that full plank. Good, so we're just tapping it back, extending out. Good, you just have 5, 4, 3, give me last 2, and last 1. Come out into that full plank. The arm reaches up high to the ceiling. And I want you to twist your right arm underneath the left side of the body and reach back up. Just give me a little twist here for 5, 4, lift those hips up for 3, 2, and last 1. Good. Reach the arm up high and just finishing with pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower yourself all the way down. Now from here, you can just turn over because we're gonna move into the other side. I'm gonna face you guys still, so I'm just gonna turn over on my mat here, and we're gonna press ourselves up so that our right hand is now planted into the mat, and then we're gonna come onto that right knee. The arm and leg reach out long, and you're just lifting up, lowering back down. Good, we're lifting up and lowering down. Lifting that left leg up as high as you can with control before it lowers all the way back down. Breathing through this. I know you guys are shaking. You've already done so much work. You guys are almost done with this, so stay with me here. You have last 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Hold here and give me those pulses at the top for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold out, and now bend the elbow in to kiss that left knee and extend everything out long. Good, we're pulling everything in, extending out long. Breathing through here. Whew. You have last 5, 4, yes you can, for 3, 2, and last 1. Extend everything out long, lower the leg down. We're pressing back into that full plank. So this time your right leg is gonna come behind the left foot. Extend everything out long. And once again, you're gonna lower yourself down, tapping this time the right glute down towards the mat and then extending everything back out into that full plank. Good, lowering down, lifting back up. You just have 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Extend everything out. Reach that arm up high to the ceiling and twist underneath the body. Moving into those rotations. We don't have too many of these. You just have 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Extend the arm up high to the ceiling. Give me those pulses. Yes, we're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Good, we're gonna finish with a little donkey kick series that also introduces the upper body some more. So nothing too crazy here. From here, you're going to just reach the left arm out long. The right leg extends out long behind you. You're just gonna lift everything up, lowering everything back down. Good, lifting everything up, lowering down. You have just 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Keep everything lifted, and I want you to rotate the left arm, reaching towards the right ankle as this right leg bends in. Good, extending everything back. So the right leg is staying lifted as much as you can. You're only bending at that knee as the upper body twists to reach it and meet it. Good. You have just 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Extend everything out, lower this hand down, and now from here, you're going to set the right leg down and pick the left knee up to tuck it into the chest. And then give me a right kick. Good, pulling everything in, lowering down, lifting up. So making sure you really get that nice crunch at the top before you lower that left knee down and extend the right leg back up. So strong here. You guys are so close to being done. We just need to do this on the other side. We have one more move here on this side. Give me last 2 and last 1. Good, lifting that leg up to finish. Place your hands out just slightly from you, and we're gonna do some modified push-ups on that left leg. So the right leg extends up long, holding where it was. Shift your weight forward so it's on that knee, and you're just gonna push yourself down and lift back up. You have just 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Good, lowering that right leg down. Let's finish on this other side. So now you're going to lift the left leg out long. The right leg is gonna extend out long as well. You're just tapping everything down and lifting it back up. Lowering and lifting. You just have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend everything out. And now you're gonna reach this right hand as the left foot bends towards that right hand to reach back. Extend everything back out long. I'm gonna move away from the wall for a little bit so I'm not hitting it, and reach everything back out. Good. Finding your balance. If you fall, that's okay. Just get straight back into it. You have last 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Amazing. Lower that leg back down so it's still at that high diagonal, and we're gonna move into those little crunches. So from here, you're gonna lift that left leg up, set the toes down, and then reach the right leg up to a little crunch towards your chest. Lower down, extend that left leg out long. Good. Again, you have that option to amplify with ankle weights. It turns it up a lot more than you would think. Those 2 to 3 pounds always are so sneaky with what it can do for you. You have just 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. Finishing with those push-ups. So reach your hands out long. The left leg extends out long behind you this time. Shift forward on towards that right knee. If you need a little bit more support, you're welcome to grab just like a little foam pad or a pillow, and you can place it underneath that knee. Now we're just pushing down and lifting back up. You just have 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Amazing. Let's bring everything back down into a child's pose position. Very well deserved after all of that work. Go ahead and place your hands over towards the left side to get a stretch in the right side of the body here. And then walk your hands center again. And let's walk them over to the right side. Breathing into this. You guys absolutely killed this. Let's come back center here. Just take a few breaths in and out. That just goes to show that you don't have to have equipment in order to get in a good workout. Your body weight is a lot. Now come forward and let's sit our hips onto our heels and just take a nice big chest opener, walking our hands behind us, letting that head drop back towards the wall behind us. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling that breath out. Good, come forward, place your hands down, come into a plank position, but we're not gonna be here holding. I just want you to start to walk your hands back towards your feet to get a nice big stretch in the back side of that body here. Breathing through this. You can cradle your head and just start to rock yourself back and forth. You did so much amazing work today. It flew by. Once you're done, you're always like, oh wow, see, that wasn't so bad. It's in the middle of it that you're like, why did I do this? Now from here, let's take a slow 8 count to bring ourselves to a standing position for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take one more glute stretch here. So I want you to cross your right leg over on top of the left. And then you're gonna press your hips back. And you can hold onto a wall if you like, or you can just balance here. It's a little bit of a balancing act as well. But you should be feeling a nice big stretch in that right glute. Sitting back into those hips. Holding here. Now lift everything up and just switch the cross of those legs, sitting everything back, but now the left is figured forward on top of the right. So strong. You guys absolutely killed that once again. You should be so proud of yourselves. You didn't just show up, but you actually did some really hard work, so good on you. All right, come all the way up, and let's just take a big group breath. So inhale, reach everything up to the ceiling. And exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Amazing, you guys absolutely killed that. Thank you so much for moving with me. I know that killed me, so I'm hoping it kills you too. And we'll see you guys next time in another video.